Namaskar and welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, a series on Brihat Parashar, Hora Shastra. Brihat Parashar, Hora Shastra is one of the finest scriptures available on Vedic astrology. So, in the previous episodes, we have been doing Raj Sambandh Yoga Adhyaya. And in continuation with that, today we will be doing the last 5 verses of this chapter, chapter number 41, Raj Sambandh Yoga Adhyaya, verse number 11 to 15. Now, to explain these verses, we have with us our astro expert, Abhishek. Welcome, Abhishek. He will be telling us more about these verses.
Thank you very much. Again, great sense of blessings doing these mystical and divine verses revealed by Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar. And today he is taking us in the last leg of Raj Sambandh Yoga Adhyaya. So it's a third episode for Raj Sambandh Yoga Adhyaya. And through this Gyan Yagya, we are paying our humble and respectful tribute by the recitation and commentary on verse by verse basis. Maharshi Parasar, such a great seeker, such a great rishi. Even I'm just shedding some light on the stature of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar before entering into this final episode of Raj Sambandh Yoga Adhyaya. So even in Rig Veda, Rig Veda, our Vedas, most ancient Veda, that's talking about some mantra drashta rishis. So mantra drashta rishis, seers of verses. So who saw the mantras, and Parasar was mentioned there. So that stature. The other works of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar, like a Parasar Asmriti, Parasar Sangita, that called Parasar Dharma Sangita also. That was really a code of conduct for Kali Yuga. Although we are not following, that's completely optional. But Maharshi Parasar blessed us with the guidance, who is the Maharshi Parasar. And we are doing this Brihat Parasar Hora Shastra that we know. He is the speaker, or you can say the author, or you can say the authority who is speaking about the verses, each verses for Vishnu Mahapuran. And Brihat Parasar Hora Shastra is part of that Vishnu Mahapuran only. Maharshi Parasar came up with a Briksha Ayurveda also. Somebody know or don't know. And in the ancient tradition in India, it's a science of the life of trees. So the students interested in botany or in medicine, Maharshi Parasar is a big name for them. So he's the Maharshi Parasar. He come up with a Krishi Parasaram. That is the scripture revelation related to agriculture and weeds and all. So that Maharshi Parasar, we are paying our humble tribute in the lotus feet of that Maharshi Parasar for blessing us through these divine, mystical, celestial combinations so that we can make our life beautiful, so that we could help us and help others. So that is Maharshi Parasar. That's why these verses are reflecting his great level of intellect and blessings. How he is talking about the small bit and pieces. An ordinary teacher can miss that one. But he is Mahaguru. He is Sadguru. He is Guru of the Guru. That's why we call him throughout this episode like a Mahaguru. As usual, before entering into the Mahaguru Parasar Mahakathan related to Raj Sambandh Yoga Adhyaya, let's immerse in the great Lord of the Lord, Guru of Mahaguru also, Sri Mahadev. ध्यायेन नित्यं महेशं रजतगिरिनिभं चारुचन्द्रावतंसं रत्नाकल्पोज्ज्वलाङ्गं परशुमृगवराभीतिहस्तं प्रसन्नं पद्मासीनं समन्तात् अस्तु धर्मगणैर्व्याघ्रकृतिं वसानम् विश्ववाद्यं विश्वबीजं निखिलभयहरं पंचवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रम्. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har. After paying our humble and respectful prayer in the lotus feet of Sri Mahadev, we are now ready to enter into the Mahaguru Parashara Mahakatha related to Raj Sambandh Yog. That's the final episode. He is revealing 5 verses 11 to 15. Let's immerse in the verse. Let's immerse in the 11th verse. Parasaruvacha Bhagya Bhavapade Lagne Karake Navame Apiva Raj Sambandh Yogoyam Nirvinsakam Duj Uttamam. He is addressing Maitre, Duj Uttam, the great Brahman, great of the great Brahman. There is a definition of the Brahman in our parampara. It's not based on the birth, it's based on the karma. Who follow the Brahman is the Brahman. There are so many interpretations then come up. Lots of Sangitas talking on that. But at least here, through this address, we can understand at what level Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar keeping Maitreya also. So Maitreya is also like not an ordinary Brahman. He's a Dvij Uttam. Mahaguru is addressing him. So now he is coming. Bhagya bhav pade lagne karake. So here he is talking about the karake, again the karak, the pradhan karak, the atm karak. So he is picking up the atm karak. So ninth, if the arud, if the arud pade, he is talking about bhagya bhav pade. So the pad, arud pad. So if the arud of the ninth house, if the arud of the ninth house in the ascendant, that is the first thing. Bhagya bhav pade lagne. So arud of the ninth house. So we will check the ninth house and we know how can calculate, how can find out the arud of the any house. So here ninth house. Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar revealed in detail. If anyone want that, go back to the previous episode and brush up. So the first condition is if the arud of the ninth house is in ascendant, is in lagna, or he is saying, now he is talking about the karak, atam karak, the karake. So first he was talking about the bhagya bhav pade lagne, now karake. That is the beauty of Sanskrit language, so how he is utilizing his great linguistic abilities he is showing here. So if the atm karak, if the atm karak is in the karake nabame apiva, if the atm karak is in the ninth house, then the native will have the Raja Sambandh. Native will be related to the Raja, related to the royal circle. There must be association, royal association. So here he is not giving like a two conditions, like a two techniques in one verse. The first technique is related to the arud. if the Arud of the ninth house is in the ascendant. That is the first technique. We have to check the Arud of the ninth house if it is in the ascendant. Now, the second technique is if the Atmkara, we know the highest degree planet for any native, if the Atmkarak is in the ninth house. So there are two things, two techniques. Then there must be their association with the royal Nirvinsikam. That is the revelation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa. As I told you, like it's very easy to identify these formations in the chart. It's not hard deal, not tough deal to find out. The basic thing is these mantras has to be in mind at the time of the analysis for any devagyas. Regular practice can give that ability. Although lots of softwares and other AI ads are available, they are helping or not helping. Now let's imagine the verse 12, the revelation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa. That's again a blessings. Parasaruvacha labhe se labh bhavaste पाप दृष्टि विवर्जिते कारके शुभ संयुक्ते लाभस्तस्या नृपालया. Now he is saying like a labhes se labha bhavaste. So the labhes, he is talking about the 11th lord and the 11th house. So 11th lord is in his own house. Labhe se lav bhavaste. So 11th lord is sitting in his own house. So bhavapati is in the bhav itself, making house very strong. And again he is saying pap drishti vivarjite. He is sitting there and no malefic drishti also, no malefic aspect also. So you can understand how strong 11th house Maharshi is talking about. Maharshi is talking about here very strong 11th house. The 11th house lord is sitting in the 11th house and there is no malefic aspect on the 11th. That is the first and foremost condition. Now Mahaguru is coming. Karake Subh Sanyukte. So the Karak, Atm Karak again, the Pradhan Karak, Atm Karak. So Atm Karak, Subh Sanyukte. So the Atm Karak is conjunct with the benefit at the same time, conjunct with the benefit. So there is a Raj Sambandh, Nripalayat. There is a Raj Sambandh. So here we can find like there are two conditions basically. One condition is associated with the 11th lord, the Laves. How important, how tricky, the position and condition of the Laves. If we are in the 12th verses, if you recall from the verse number 1 to here. For Raj Sambandh, this Rajesh and this Laves, their roles are very, very, tricky, very, very important. So here the Laves is sitting in the Lav Bhav. There is no malefic afflictions at all. And the Pradhan Karak, the Atm Karak, is conjunct with the benefics. Native will be blessed with the association of the royal circle. Now Mahaguru is revealing next blessings. It's like it's an endless story. Each mantra, you can take up one mantra, then go and practice. See a lot of chart. See a lot of life. Then you can understand that you can validate this one. These are the mantras, these are already validated. But Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar also expecting, because you can see the sun, you can see the moon, you can see the other planets. And And this is the story of those planets on human beings or on animals also. If you go to the some our ancient scripture, even Nandi Maharaj, the vehicle of Lord Shiva, he got a kundali, he got a horoscope. Except Lord Shiva, nobody has that stature because he is Ajanma, Swayambhu. There is no birth chart. There is no birth chart at all because there is no time of birth and no time of place of birth and nothing. But except him, everybody got this chart. Even animals got this chart because planets are affecting everything. Everything is interlinked. Our modern science is saying same thing. So if you go and apply these mantras on various charts, then that will give you the understanding and the confidence and a sense of gratitude towards Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa also, how he blessed us with this truth. Let's immerse in the verse 13. लगने से राज भावस्ते राजे से लग्न संस्थिते प्रबलो राज संबंध योगो अयम परीक्षितः. Now he is talking about the exchange, the great exchange, very good exchange he is talking about between the 10th Lord and the ascendant. Lagnes se Raj Bhavaste. So Lagnes, the Lagna Lord, ascendant Lord, going to the Raj Bhav, 10th house. And Rajesh se Lagna Sthite. And Rajesh, the 10th Lord, it's coming in the first house. Beautiful exchange, great exchange. If you apply this Ken Trikona Raj Yoga system, so Lagna is a Kendra also, Lagna is a Trikona also. And the 10th house is a most strong Kendra. And his Lord is coming to the Kendra, Lagna. And Lagnes is going to the Rajasthan. It's an excellent combination. Excellent combination. Mahaguru is saying it's a Raj Sambandh, Prabalo Raj Sambandh. So he is saying it's not ordinary Raj Sambandh, it's a Prabal Raj Sambandh. It's like a Raj Yog, because there is a slight, I told you in a couple of previous verses, there's a slight difference between the Raj Sambandh and the Raj Yog. That's why Maharshi is going in a continuation. This is the one thought is flowing in a very harmonious fashion. In a very harmonious pattern, he is blessing. Sometimes you will be surprised to discriminate between the Raj Sambandh Yoga and the Raj Yoga in native's life, not theoretically, because both are associated with the royal enjoyment. That's why it's a directive of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa. Check these yogas, apply these 15 mantras also, along with the 48 classical Parasari techniques, what he revealed in previous chapter. Now, Mahaguru is blessing further techniques through verse 14. Let's immerse in the verse. Let's feel the verse. Feel how Mahaguru is blessing, what he is saying. Parasaruvacha Karakat Turyer Bhavastau Sitendu Dvijuttamam Yasya Janmani Jato Ayam Raja Chinhena Sanyute. Raj Chinhena Sanyute. There is a traces, there is a promise to be associated with the Ralship, kingship, kinglyhood. So Maharshi is talking about here Karakat. So Karakat, the and the Turye Bhavastha. So Turye is a technical terminology he is using for the 4th house. For the 4th bhav, he is using that terminology. And Sitindu. So Seet, Indu, Seet, the name of the Venus. We called Venus, and Indu is the moon. So Venus and moon. So he is invoking the Venus and the moon. He's talking about Venus and the moon. And he's talking about some Turiya Bhav, fourth house. So if the Venus and moon, Seet and Indu are in the fourth. So they have to be in the fourth. But from where? So fourth from where? So he is saying from the Karakans Lagna. So from the Karakans Lagna, you have to check the where is the Karakans Lagna, and from the Karakans Lagna, count the fourth. If Seet Indu is posited there, if Venus and Moon is posited there, then that native has Lakshan, symptom of having the royal association, Raja Chinna. Maharshi Parashar is an enlightened Mahaguru, Shiva incarnate. He knows the Samudra Shastra and everything. Like there are so many interpretations of one thing only. You can check one thing through various aspects. And even in Phalkatan Adhikari, that's why he put that qualification, Uha Poha Patu. So not only through the astrological principle, if you apply the other principles also, you will find the same thing. Like we did in some of the international conferences, checking these astrological principles through the quantum mechanical or the other scientific modern techniques. I'm talking same thing. So these chinnas, Samudra Sas, if you go and check through the Samudra Sas, you will get the Rajasi chinnas on the body and all. But here, BPHS, so it's a Bible of Hora Skandh, astrological Bible. So we are just keeping us in the more parasic centric as far as Hora Skandh is. So here it's very clear, Seet Indu, Venus and Moon sitting fourth from the Karkans Lagana. Then there is a process, there is a promise of static promise of royal association, Rajachinda. Now the last verse, Mahaguru is blessing with the last verse of this chapter, 15th verse, 15th mantras, 15th blessings. Let's immerse. Parasaruvacha लगने से कार के वापी पंचा में सेन संयुते केंद्रे कोने स्थिते तस्मिन् राज मित्रम भवे नरः. He is talking about the Raj Mitram. So Raj Mitram, is a very tactical position of the Raj Mitram. He might be a designated Raj Mantri. Mantri can be his Mitra also. Or if he doesn't have any portfolio in the cabinet, but he is also the friend of the Raja, and Raja can listen to him. Raja can do the mantrana with him. Because this is the one of the qualification of the Mitra also. When Goswami Tulsidas revealed the character of the Mitras, Je na mitra dukh hoi dukhari tinhi bilokat patak bhari. He was talking in Manas. He gave all the qualification of the Mitra. So here Raj Mitra. So there is a possibility of being Raj Mitra. So we can take it like a Raj Sambandh. There is a Raj Sambandh. And that is a very auspicious Sambandha. There is no Sambandha equal to the Mitra. It's a divine relation. So he got this royal association, this Raja Sambandha, and how to check that one. So the Lagna Lord, Lagne se, Lagna Lord, or the Atm Karak, Karake. So Lagna Lord or Atm Karak, conjunct with the fifth Lord. So Panchames, they are conjunct, Panchamesena Sanyukte. So conjunct with the Panchames. Or they are in the and they are in the Kendra and Trikona. Or they are in the Kendra or Trikona. So Kendra or Trikona. So here Mahaguru Maharshi Parasa is talking about like one condition he is saying, if the Lagnesh is conjunct with the fifth lord, or if the Atma Karak be conjunct with the fifth lord, so any one of the condition, if Lagnesh is conjunct with the fifth lord or Atma Karak is conjunct with the fifth lord, and then he is putting one, they are in the Kendra or Trikona. So Lagnesh and Atma Karak are in the Kendra and Trikona to each other. So these conditions, so both the conditions are important. Then Rajmitram, this mitrata, this friendship with the king, royal friendship will come up. Bhavet Naraha. So this is the revelation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar related to Raj Sambandh Yoga. When Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar started the Raj Yogas, revealing the very important aspect of any civilization, if there is a possibility of being a king or not, if there is a static promise of kinglyhood or not. So he revealed Raj Yoga's techniques. Then he is descending down after the Raj Yoga. One should understand the Raj Sambandh. If native is not able to get that Raj Yoga, then at least he might have possibility of being related to the Raja. If that is possible or not, if this question, natural question is coming in Maitreya's mind, before getting questions from Maitreya, Mahaguru clarify the doubt. That is the merit, that is the quality of a true teacher. So he just clarify the doubt before a student is asking that one. Now Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar is taking Maitreya for some special Dhan Yogas. Because Raja and then Raja Sambandh, then he is talking about the Dhani in the society. Now the richness. So Raja might be Dhani or Raja cannot be Dhani also. Because the king, when we were doing that one, the Raj Yogas, king is the custodian of everything. But any other native can be a rich but cannot be a king. So in the society, the third layer now Maharshi is coming, dissecting down king, then royal association, king's association. Then now he will talk about the riches. Visesh Dhan Yoga Adhyaya he will come up with. And he will talk about the possibility, how to check the possibility, static promises of Dhan Yogas. It can be happen in the society. Every native is not king, but might be Dhani, might be rich. So how to check that one? Those celestial combination he will reveal in the next episode. I hope this Raj Sambandh Yoga Adhyay is clear now. So I'm open for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek, for explaining these verses very nicely. My question is, in one of the verse, they say that Maharishi is saying that if Moon and Venus is located fourth house from Karkansh Lagna, then there will be a royal association. This is a yoga for a royal association. So generally, when we see Moon and Venus in the fourth house, they obtain directional strength. So when we observe it from the Karkansha also, can we say a similar kind of thing or no?
Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar, through verse number 14, you are asking. He
Mhm.
revealed like you have to count the fourth house from the Karkan's Lagna, not from the ascendants,
Ascendant.
not from the Lagna. Like so the directional strength thing is that is the you cannot mix these things, because from getting the directional strength, that is from the Lagna, that is not from the Karkan's Lagna. So you cannot mix that one. So Mahaguru is asking us, giving directive to count from Karkan's Lagna. So find out the Karkan's Lagna first step. Second step, you got the Karkan's Lagna, then start counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And reach there, and then you check whether Sitindu, Venus and Moon is posited there or not. So the directional strength thing Maharshi is not talking about, because that is related to the counting starting from the starting point is the Lagna.
And in many of these verses, only one condition is there. Like in one verse, they talk about there is an exchange taking place between the ascendant and the 10th Lord. So there is only one condition. In some cases, you have a combination of the two. Like if you see the last verse, they talk about that it's either Atmakarak or the Lagna Lord. It's in conjunction with the 5th Lord. And then either they are, that's first condition. Second condition, they are either in the Kendra or they are in the
Trikona.
Trikonas. So in these cases, both the conditions has to be fulfilled for the yoga to be present in the chart.
So yes, you are talking about the verse 15. So you know the Lagnes, the association with the Lagnes and the Panchmes is automatically auspicious, very auspicious. This conjunction, this yoga, or with the Atmakarak and the Panchmes, same thing is happening. But Mahaguru is saying to become a friend of the king. Now he is coming up with the Raj Mantrim, Raj Mitram, to become a friend of the king. So you have to be fulfill the second condition also. And second condition he is putting these two, the Lagnes and the Atmakarak, has to be in the Kendra or Trikona from each other. If partial, one condition is fulfilling, then it's not a classical Parashari formation is happening in the chart, but that's half only. That is also happening. Very auspicious thing is happening. So how to do the interpretation? The predictive intelligence of the Devagya will come up in line with the Desh Kalan pattern. That's why this Shastra, this is the beauty of this Shastra, it's always new. And when you apply one mantra to one chart, and if you apply the same mantra to other chart, that will act differently, because every life is unique. And in classical theoretical physics also, Pauli's said same thing, Pauli's exclusion principle. Everything is like unique. Even quantums are unique. So same thing, we are talking same thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So that's why, it will give you the understanding how scientific this Shastra, the scientific temperament. The only problem is we are not understanding. Like some people are influenced with the others philosophies, and then questioning the Shastra. But there is a simple saying of my Gurudev, like you should go to read everything across the board, but you should command your Shastra first. So first you command your Shastra and go and read others. So if you are questioning something, this Shastra of Sanatan Parampara, the first you have to be parangat of this Shastra. Then you question, then you go and read others. Then you can come up and you can say, without reading, without studying under the lotus feet of any guru, how can you question? So these things are happening. These are the malpractice.
Thank you so much, friends. That's all for today. If you have any questions, any feedback, any suggestions, you can write to us in the comment section. We will be waiting for your comments. That's all for today. Thanks for listening to us. In the next episode, we will be starting with the new chapter, chapter 42. So till then, bye from both of us.
Thank you. Jai
Thank
Gurudev.
you.
Har Har Mahadev.